Sharpener to restore your clubs to their original groove pattern and give them extra life to save you hundreds of pounds in having to buy new clubs simply by re-grooving your existing clubs. Now, the first thing you're going to want to determine is what groove head or what sharpener to use for your club. Now, I went online to look up the make, the brand of these clubs, and it told me that these had V-shaped grooves, so you might want to do the same for your clubs. If you can't find out online, you might be able to see the grooves themselves to get an idea for which of these heads would be the best fit. If you're still unsure, then I would suggest that they are probably V-groove clubs. They're certainly the most common. And if you have V-groove clubs, then the groove head or the sharpener head to use would be one of these two, would be your best bet. But you can also just try them for size in there and see which ones fit the best. You can see I've used this a few times before, and so that's showing a few signs of wear. So that's the one that's most the best fit for my club. Okay, so in preparation, I've washed the club with just soapy water and a wee brush just to get rid of some of the surface dirt, and I'm going to protect the edges of my club with just a little bit of electrical tape, so that if I slip when sharpening, I won't scratch the club unduly. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of lubricant. I'm using WD-40, but you can use whatever you have to hand. If you've got a bike shed or something, a bit of bike oil will do the job, but I'm going to use a bit of WD-40, it's perfect. And with the head that I've determined is the most appropriate for the club, I'm going to start firmly, but not too firmly, just running the sharpener along that groove. I'm going to give it maybe 3 or 4 goes on that before I start to increase the pressure. And actually you can already see that this bottom groove is a little more silvery than it was. I'm going to press down a little bit harder and you can start to see some more gunk coming out, or just the groove itself just being filed a little sharper. And I can go up and down if I wish. I tend to just go in one direction, and you can just see now how we're just shaving off a little bit of the collapsed groove profile. If I give that a wipe here, you can see that. And I can see that the groove itself is already looking a good bit healthier than it was. So on a rainy Saturday afternoon, I might spend a little bit of time going over all my clubs here. I'll move up to the next groove. Again, I don't start off pushing down super hard, but I increase the pressure after a few strokes. And it's really reforming that groove profile quite nicely. And that really is all there is to it. And you'll find that your clubs then have greater control. You'll get greater amount of backspin. And your game will get just a bit more consistent because you know the kind of amount of backspin you're going to be generating. And that really is all there is to it. Just wipe away the sort of the shavings that come off as you sharpen. But you can see, well hopefully you can see, I can certainly see from here that this is going to be a big improvement. And these clubs probably 3 or 4 years old now, and it does appear that the groove had collapsed in on itself quite considerably, and this is really going to help. So hopefully that will help you too, and we can all get a bit more control around the green and on our approach shots. Okay.